my fellow Homo sapiens? It's your boy, Uzumaki Hadou, and this is a GantzG manga review, GantzG 006, The Girl's Motive. Corona has a mental breakdown, and we learn about bringing people back to life. This and more coming right at you next. Haven't read the manga, please go check out the manga, then check this review because there's going to be spoilers. This chapter opens up with Corona getting teleported back to the classroom. She's the first one that's teleported to the classroom, and she's looking around. Where is everyone? We see her friend get teleported in, and they have this second of bonding, basically holding each other and happy to see each other. We see the rest of the girls get teleported into the classroom, and at this point moment, we see Corona looking nervous. She's looking around. Where's Nike? Where's Nike? We see another person get printed into the classroom. This the top of the head at first. Could it be Nike? Unfortunately, it wasn't Nike. It was one of the veteran Gantzers. Then the other veteran Gantzer got teleported in. Nike was not part of the group that got teleported in, unfortunately. So this confirms his death. The veteran Gantzer sees Corona and goes to her and is like, yo, you're awesome. You know, this because of you, you know, we are alive. You saved our ass out there. Great job. And Corona asks the veteran Gantzer, where's Nike? And the veteran Gantzer lets her know straight to the point, he's dead. At this point, Corona seems to have a nervous breakdown. She falls down. She's just crying out loud. And it was really sad to see, but it's understandable because this is still early in Gantz, a very early chapter. She haven't had a lot of character development. I mean, Nike really helped her out in the series. He really looked out. I mean, he was the one that was like, get the suits, wear the suits, you know. So I can understand that she is feeling really bad and crying at this point moment. So one thing I really did like about this chapter is that it had a lot of comedy in this chapter. We see the Gantz ball turn on, and it's time for the Gantz ball to give out some points. So the first pictured Gantz pop up has the name Glasses, and I really love this. So the Gantz ball says something similar to run away too much, too weak, and just not enough sex appeal. And that was just really funny because it's true. She did run away a lot. She was one of the weakest people there. I mean, even though she did survive, but she was with a really good group. She was a really weak person. And not just that, out of all the other girls in Gantz at the moment, she is the less attractive in my opinion. So I agree with the Gantz ball. So the second thing the Gantz ball did was made fun of another girl. So the Gantz ball was like, tits is too big and don't smile enough. And the Gantz ball was right with the don't smile enough. Now, the girl rebuttal to the Gantz ball was, fuck you, Gantz ball. And that jump was just hilarious because the Gantz ball is just kind of watching them or whatnot as they do their missions. So that to me was awesome. The next person up was Corona. The Gantz ball didn't make any fun of her. It was straight to the point. She got 10 points. And I'm really kind of upset with that because she only got 10 points by killing the Beast Alien. The Beast Alien was the boss of that little art, and she only got 10 points for killing it, and I was a little confused on that part. So next up was the veteran Gantzers. That's right, the veteran Gantzers. And I believe we finally got the names for the veteran Gantzers because the Gantz ball gave out some names. So for the first one, I believe you pronounce his name Abuko. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And he was rewarded 35 points. That's right. And the second veteran Gantzer is Fuzimoto. I'm probably just butchering their names. And he got 80 points. Now, here's the thing I was a little confused. Why did they get so much more points than Corona? Now, if you remember in the early Gantz mangas, the original Gantz manga, when you killed the boss or bigger aliens, or the boss alien, you got more points. A lot of people went out their way to kill the boss alien to get those points, and it was being killed because they were trying to get those points. Where in this, she only got 10 points when the two veteran Gantzers sit around and basically plucked off a whole bunch of trash mobs, aliens, and they got all these points. So that was really like, why did they have so many points? Why did they get all those points? I was really kind of upset behind that, but we probably will learn a little bit more about that later on in the chapters. So the veteran gangsters is like, know what, y'all free to go, y'all can leave, you know, but you're going to be teleported back here in about a week. So the girl's just like, how do we get home? The veteran gangsters let them know, yeah, we got a car, we can whip you, take you home or whatnot. So they all hop in the whip and they go on getting ready to get dropped off. But one thing I did like about the car scene is they learned a lot and there was a lot of good conversations in there. So the first thing they were talking about was the veteran gangsters let them know that they have completed the game multiple times. One completed it about 3 times and the other one completed it about 2 times. Now, how you complete the game is getting 100 points and you can be freed. So one of the girls asked, so why are you still in the game? And they let them know that, hey, I had to raise my homie, bring him back to life twice, and his homie was like, yo, I had to bring him back to life about 3 times. So the only reason they're still there is because they've been bringing each other back to life, back and forth, back and forth. So I thought that was actually really, really interesting. So the other girl asked, so how do we survive? How do we survive till we can get 100 points? How can we live in this type of horrible hellhole? So the veteran gangsters let them know, you know what, after school, we'll pick you up and we can do some training. Because if you train, you have a better chance of survival. Now, we see Corona, she looks up, she seemed like she got some motivation, and at that point in moment, she says she's going to bring Nike back. And that was the end of the chapter. So, overall, I felt like this chapter was very, very slow. I'm going to be honest with you, nothing really happened. Except we learned about getting 100 points and being freed and bringing someone who died back to life. Now, here's the thing. When you freed yourself in the original Gantz, you lost all memories of the Gantz world in that game. So I wonder if that's still going to happen. Now, Corona bringing back Nike, I think by the time she get 100 points, she's going to be so much more skilled, so much more badass, and Nike is still going to be that same person who got killed in the last chapter. And I feel like there's going to definitely be a power gap between her and Nike. But not just that, I see her actually has to protect and train Nike once she's able to bring him back. Now, I know in a lot of forums, a lot of people have been talking about they're kind of disappointed because there's so many females in Gantz at the moment. And I'm not really disappointed at that, because here's the thing. Gantz, yes, they have a lot of females in it right now, but you gotta understand that most of these people are going to die. I mean, we have seen Gantz just wipe off a board of people, like kill everybody except one in like a single chapter. We have seen these things. So yes, there might be a lot of girls in it right now, but next chapter, they all could be killed off and only one person could survive. That's the great thing about Gantz. But I do understand where they're coming from, because a lot of people fear that Gantz is going to be turning into like, oh, I need to get my nails done. I need to look sexy while I'm fighting this alien. Where's my purse? You know, texting on the phone. And a lot of people's kind of worried about that. But me personally, I don't think Gantz is going to go down that route. Gantz have always been overall good in targeting multiple demographics. I mean, Gantz has been sexual, it has been extremely violent, it has good story plot, and I don't think anything's going to change with GantzG. I think it's going to be sexual, it's going to have good story plot, it's going to be extremely violent. So, yes, I think we're going to get some eye candy right now, but I think that it's going to move more into a lot of dark and people just being ripped to shreds and guts flying all over the place. I think that's what's going to happen sooner or later. But overall, it was a very lackluster chapter this month, unfortunately. I wasn't really happy because if you read the original Gantz, you really already know that. You already know about the points and you already know about bringing people back to life. Now, I do feel that they should have talked about weapons, about getting points and buying weapons also. That would have been really, really awesome that if they would have added that in this chapter. But overall, it was an okay chapter. I'm going to give this chapter a 5 out of 10. Yes, unfortunately, a 5 out of 10 because a lot of stuff didn't happen. If you're new to Gantz, yes, you know, you got a lot of good information because now you know you can bring somebody back to life or you can free yourself. But overall, it was a okay chapter. So that's all I have for you today. If I left something out, please let me know in the comment box below. Please rate, subscribe, and comment, and share this video. It all helps. Thanks for watching. Matane.